starting division. So before we get into any of the lesson, there's some vocab that we need to review. So you guys, I color coded it for you. So dividend, divisor, and quotient and remainder. So as you can see, I gave you guys all an example. So the dividend is the number that we divide, okay? The divisor is the number by which we divide. The quotient is the number that we get from dividing our divisor from our dividend. So that's pretty lengthy. What is another way that we could say what the quotient is? Another example. Number 4. When I call a number, that person can raise their hand. I don't need the rest of the class to call them out. So let's go over quotient again. The number we get from dividing our divisor from our dividend. What is another way to say that? A simpler way. So I'll give you a hint. Look at the color of quotient and look at which number has the same color. Look at where it's at. So, okay, so you have the 6. What is the 6? The 6 is the answer. Exactly. There you go, Sergio. So another way we can think of the quotient is as the answer. So right now, it's okay if you guys use the word answer, but as we go on, we want to start using the math terms, okay? We want to use dividend, divisor. When we talk about our answer, we want to talk about quotient, okay? We want to use those math terms when we're in math class. Yes, Janaya?
Melody showed me a cool way to remember DMSBR. It's divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and repeat. It's dad, mom, sister, brother, and Rover the dog. But I would like to say random person walking outside.
Okay, so that is a great technique that you can use for yourself whenever you're in math class. So remainder. The remainder is the amount we have left after dividing. So what is our remainder here? 1. So what if this problem, instead of me having a 13, instead of there being a 3, I had a 2. What would my remainder be? So if the problem was 12 divided by 2, what would my remainder be? Number 15. If my problem, instead of 13 divided by 2, is 12 divided by 2, what is my remainder?
Can I write this on the paper?
No.
So the answer?
So what is your answer? Give me your answer. Give me the whole thing. Would you like somebody to help you out? So instead of 13 divided by 2, my problem is 12 divided by 2.
It will be 5.
So okay, you're close. Let's go over it. So 13 divided by 2 equals 6, remainder 1, correct?
Yeah.
So what is 12 divided by 2? Can someone tell me?
6.
Oscar.
6.
6. So if my answer is still 6, what is our remainder now?
0.
So our remainder is 0. When the math problem fits perfectly, in the case of 12 divided by 2, our remainder is 0. You can have a remainder of 0, but you will not be required to write remainder 0. Okay? Just be aware that yes, there can be a remainder 0, but you will not have to write remainder 0 at the end of your problem. So now we are going to move on and we are going to work on some of the stuff that we did in the warm-up, okay? So first we want to focus on estimating. So what would be a good strategy to estimate 554 divided by 50? Number 9.
You was already called.
Okay, yeah, you already called on it. Number 20.
No.
What did I say? When I call a number, all I need is that person to respond. Number 20. I mean, you need to be sitting down. Go ahead now. Yeah, so which number would you round? Which one? Tell me. This one or this one? So 554. So what would I round that to? Would I round it? Am I rounding? First of all, okay, so first of all, good, we're rounding. So that's the first step. Alright? We want to round. Are we rounding up or down? How do you know it's down? So what would if we said 4 and down, 4 and lower is down, what is my new number? Yeah, so I have a 0 here, but what is like the whole number? Yeah, so we're rounding 554 to 550. So we rounded 554 rounds to 550. So now our new equation is 550 divided by 50. So what can we do now? What are we doing next? 12.
know that you can't write.
Number 12. Who's number 12?
Me.
12. Okay, so now we have a new equation. We have 550 divided by 50. What would be your next step? What? Now we want to do is take away both zeros. Okay? When we take away, why am I taking away the zeros and not the 5s? Therese? Yeah, so we changed the 4 to a 0, and now we're working with the 0. So what place value column are both of my zeros in? Mikey.
Can I just see the answer?
No, what? Answer my question. We're in the ones. So what did we talk about in the warm-up about our place values? What did we say?
Yay! It said say if you take away the zeros, it'd be 55 divided by 50. Then that can help you more in multiplication. So if you know that 5 times 11 is 55, so all you gotta do is just do the same thing, but division.
So we said that we are simplifying our problem to 55 divided by 5, because that we know that if once we have that simple problem, we can switch it to multiplication, because multiplication is what? The opposite of what?
Division.
Division. And if we know that 5, like you said, our fact is 5 times 11 equals 55, and if that's the opposite, then we know 55 divided by 5 equals 11. How do we know that 11, so we're saying that we're estimating 11. How do we know that 11 is a good estimate and not just a random number that Oscar came up with right now? Number 5.
Alan.
So how do you know that 11 is a good estimate and it's not something random?
Because the answer is 11.
I asked Alan. I'm talking to Alan.
Because since it was 55 divided by, I still don't get the division by 55, we have 55 divided by 5, so we both don't have identical zero, and like 5, and then since 5 times 11 equals 55, then I think that's right.
So you're on the right track. And the next problem that we're going to go over, I'm going to explain a little bit more what this number and this number have in common, and this number and this number have in common. So we're going to solve 720 divided by 8. So we are going to use the strategies that we use during estimating to be able to solve this. So yeah, you don't have to write anything. It's gonna be mental. So for number 19, number 19.
Oh.
Karen, what would be the first thing that you want to do? Okay, so yeah, what would be the first thing you want to do?
Well, I actually have another strategy, and this goes back to 4th grade. So what my teacher,
Keep going. You're on the right track.
well, I have my own strategy, and what I would do was I would just draw a curved line, and then it would just basically look like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a great strategy. Works for you. And we might go over that strategy as we do more division. But right now we want to focus on mentally being able to solve it. So what strategy do we use during our estimation that we can use here now? Number 8. What's number 8? So Melvin, what strategy? Let's go back over here. Can we use from here that we can use when we're trying to solve it now? We're not looking to estimate anymore. We're looking to solve it now. What can we use to do that? Do we need to?
What was that?
Do we need to round this problem at all?
No.
No. So do we need that strategy? So yeah. So we don't need the rounding strategy. Can we use this strategy?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody said yes. How can we use it? Melvin, back to you. I should only hear Melvin's voice.
When we have 0 to 80, we can just do 720 times 8. No, divided by 8.
Okay, so 720 divided by 8. So if I'm only taking a 0 from the 80, 720. Okay, so Alec, you were asking why are we taking away those zeros? That's what you were confusing, right? So if we take away the zeros, we have 72 and 8. What does 72 and 8 have in common with 720 and 80? So let's go. Let's take a look at that. So 720 equals 72 tenths. Okay?
All because there's a 0 multiply or divide, so you have to It's times of zero.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Yes. So yeah, exactly. So once we remove that, once we remove the zero, we still have the number 72. But we remember that this 2 is in the tens column, not the ones. Okay? So that means that the 72 is equal to 72 tenths. What was your question? Just wait. What does the 80 have in common with the 8? John.
Make the just try to make the problem a little bit more easier to solve.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make the problem easier. But we didn't just add a 0 and make it 80. We had 8 tenths. So the important point here that you guys need to remember is that we had 8 tenths, and that's why we were able to simplify the 80 to the 8. I didn't just decide to remove zeros because I don't like zeros. We knew that 720 equals 72 tenths. 80 equals 80 tenths. That's why when I ask you guys, what do we know about our place values? We know that if we have a 0 here, that number will equal to the number of tens it has.
That's messed up.
I mean, no, we're not getting to the answer right now. Marley. So, number 11. Lillian. So I should only hear Lillian. She didn't talk. So wait, Lillian. I'll have everyone to say. Marley. The lesson is up here. Turn around. If I said, so if we decided that 720 equals 72 tenths, and 80 equals 8 tenths, so what is my new equation? Yeah, so 72 divided by 8 instead of 720 divided by 8. And what would that give us, Lillian? Think about it. What is 72 divided by 8? Or if you have to go back to the multiplication, think about 8 times what equals 72? Do you need help from someone? Oscar. It's 9. How do you know it's 9? Oscar.
Because 8 times 9 and 2, and then if it's opposite, then it'd be the other way around. So 72 divided by 8, 9.
Exactly. So we know that 72 divided by 8 equals 9. And since we know that 720 and 80 equals 72 tenths and 8 tenths, then that also means that 9 also equals 720 divided by 80. Okay? Do we have any questions? We're going to do more practice today on this so that we can get better at it. But I want you guys to remember this. This is very important. That is very important. Okay? We want to remember how our place values connect and how we can use that. And we also want to remember how multiplication is the opposite of division. You guys have been doing great so far remembering that. So now we are going to practice our mental math. Hey, class. What should happen after I say, hey, class? So everybody close your phones, close this. Let's try this again. So we're going to practice our mental math through a Kahoot. Okay? Once I open it up, then you guys can open up your Chromebook. Actually, go ahead and open up your Chromebooks right now.
That's my number. I know, at least I think you'll probably be like, yeah. Because they always give 10 to the best player. I just put Kahoot. I just gave it up because when I was in the I mean, but Dybala, oh, no, I don't want to. It's just on Twitter. Show me this. You can't
So, hey class. I'm having trouble pulling up the Kahoot. So I'm going to hand out the classwork for today. But once I'm able to pull it up, we'll do the Kahoot together as a class. Right now, we're working on the classwork.
I still don't like division even though I know it.
Hey class. So Marley and John are passing out the classroom for today. It's all of it is mental division. Fernando. I'll wait. I'm still waiting. I'll wait until I have everyone's attention. You have a freestyle? Did you get one Sit I'm still waiting for everybody's attention. Antonio. So you shouldn't be on your phone. So you can work in your table groups together to solve these out. Okay? It's a little bit more of the same of what we've been doing. Okay? You want to use your strategies of our place values. Remember, like what would we do when we have 2 zeros in the ones column? We also want to remember our multiplication fact and how do those connect with division, okay? So you guys can work in your groups. If you guys finish early, come to me. I have extra work. All of this should be mental math. Okay? But this is why I'm allowing you to work in your groups until I can pull up the Kahoot.
Thank you. We can work in groups?
In your table groups.
Yeah, I'm done.
If you really are one, I dare you to. That's not me. I Stop! We're not keeping it open and it's not the last one, the last Make it easier. Sometimes what? Well, you had to look at the thing too. You can't be top. Yeah, still, you had to look at it. And then it's like it's 1920. That's exactly what I said. Wait, what did you get for F? What did you get? You think we'll have a cow?
Hey class! That was pretty good, but we could do a little bit better. Try one more time. Hey class!
Hey, yes!
Good. So, I apologize because I couldn't pull up the Kahoot.
What time?
If we have time tomorrow, Friday afternoon, we can end the day with a fun Kahoot. I'll make sure to have it ready for tomorrow.
Soccer one.
Alex,
Soccer one.
not the time for those comments. However, we want to finish up today's lesson. Oh wait. I should have everybody looking at me because I'm still talking. I'm still giving instructions. At home, I'm over here. Marley.
Yes.
I said we're not doing the Kahoot today, so I don't know why you're trying to get on. Close your Chromebook. So we want to finish off with an exit card. So I'm going to pass out index cards. Actually, if Oscar, you can help me out to pass them out. And you can pass them out. And we are going to work on two problems. This will be silent and independent work. Once you guys are done, I'll wait. I'm still trying to give instructions. Melvin, you're literally right in front of me and you're making it right.
What is this for, Oscar?
Alright, Rebecca. Hey, class. Oscar. So I will put two questions up on the board. This is silent independent work. There will be division. One will be estimate. The other one will be solve the quotient. Okay? Once you guys have turned that into me, you can go ahead and Ms. Razier, can they start packing up? So I already passed that out. Very good. So actually, once you give me your exit card, put your Chromebook away. Once I see that your desk is neat, then you can start packing up. Okay? After you're done with everything. So there you go. Those are your two exit card questions for today.
It's an estimate.
On the first one, you know the answer. Should I just like do like the estimate?
What is the answer?
Say 12 remaining 4 over 12.
Yeah, I just wanted to see your check.
Not really the answer.
So for the first one,
So
was
even if
estimate.
you have the answer, but like when near it,
Alright, go for me now. Oh, so you can go.
No, I can't.
What is it?
No.
Put your phone before I get back.
Stop.
480. Six.
Wait, she's
6, 12, 18. Go get a multiplication table. Go get the okay, so you got estimate.
I forgot the
To the nearest.
Oh yeah.
You didn't have to remember. That was just the estimate.
Okay. Question that you're asking.
Wow.
Mr. Rodriguez! Mr. Rodriguez!
Are you turning the World War II?
Oh my god. What over your clothes? You do